Wow.
It's got that interesting scent, right? How would you describe this one?
This tastes like sex with a mistress.
It's like, so the first one was the virgin.
Yeah.
This is the mistress.
The first one is about 花园月美, beautiful, nice, pure. This one is just like wild, exciting, accelerating.
We gotta get you to do ads for the tea. You sell a lot of tea.
I know. I'll be selling. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh.
We gotta get the Jesse's Tea House. Tiger MILF on your podcast.
Tiger MILF tea.
We should get on your podcast.
I should license some tea from you.
We should. That'd be a good thing. Other than the 河南人, are there a lot of 河南人in Hollywood? You have any idea?
No, not many. Not many. We kind of just don't come here. I mean, we do things that actually make money, so we don't come here.
Yeah.
We get abused by Americans.
So what were the things that when you were like, okay, you're trying to figure out like American culture when you came here, what were the things where you're like most surprised about the way life actually was in America?
When I was in college, I think I did not understand that they tip the waiter. I think that they are insulting them with money.
You're insulting them with money.
Yeah.
You thought it was like, oh, you're so poor. I need to
feel
give
bad
you
for
money.
you. Let me give you a tip. I was like, ew.
Yeah.
People should be equal. That's why you guys have equal rights here. So then I become a waiter. I'm like, why don't you tip me, you bastard? I'm gonna spit in your tea. You know?
It shifted quick.
Very fast. Because they don't pay you as a waiter.
Yeah. No, waiters. That's the thing is like, waiters do need that tip.
They do.
But it's also because they wrote all these crazy laws. Like they allow people to pay the wait staff under minimum wage because they know they're going to get tips, which like you can't do that any other place.
No.
The only place you get paid less is in a comedy club.
Yes. Yeah. Drink tickets.
Yeah, you want drink tickets or free parking. People, oh
free
my
parking.
God,
Oh
you'll
my
pay
God.
for my parking? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So this is like this is hard to get up and I guess there's a question is like when I see the way that you do things, I really respect the drive. You just running
Everybody
hard.
say that about me. Bobby Lee is like, she's like, you just don't stop. You work so hard. And all my friends just like crazy, kind of amused by how much I work.
Because I'm wondering, the question is, I honestly think it's part of it's like China. I didn't grow up in China,
but
I lived in China for 10 years and like, there's just everybody's running at a higher speed.
Yeah,
you know?
It's kill or to be killed. It's winning or lose. There's no second place.
Yep.
In the way I grew up, there's no second place. My mom would say the winner writes the history.
Yeah.
You have to
Winner does write
win,
the
or second place. There's second place is a loser.
I think so.
Every second place fail. Don't listen to this. This is toxic Chinese mom thing.
Yeah.
Only listen with caution.
Yeah.
Don't take it literally.
There's something in there, but don't listen to it.
As a reference.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not saying it to you. You don't need this. You deserve better.
Yeah.
So there's no second place. But second place, you
But this
failed.
was a problem. It was like I was like back when I was doing shows in China. We would be talking with the other comedians on like WeChat at 11:30 at night. And I was like, oh, everybody's unhealthy in the same way I'm unhealthy. But I knew it was unhealthy because this is not the way things work in America. Like you saw the strikes with the writers guilds and everything like that. They don't want to live like that, which makes sense. But then when you take that energy and then put it back into America, like you can just run over people.
I know. I run people over with my work attitude. How do I say work
ethic.
Work ethic.
Yeah.
Work ethic. Ethic.
Yes.
Work ethic.
Sure.
I don't complain. Whenever like I don't get something, I always look internally.
Yeah.
I always say that the reason I didn't get it is not because I'm a woman. It's not because I'm yellow, Chinese, or immigrant. It's because I'm not undeniable. So I want.
You have to become unstoppable.
Undeniable.
Yeah,
They
undeniable.
need you because if they hire you, you produce more money. You make the production quality higher.
I think a lot of people like have this.
That's what I see.
Like I think that's sort of like that attitude works really well, and not just in entertainment, but anything where it's like, I want my book to be published. Make yourself the type of person when other people make a lot of money from publishing your book. It's kind of not very, but I don't think this is in conflict with the art.
I don't think so.
No, it's not in conflict with the art because it's like, if you have really no interest in making the work good, then yeah, you're going to need somebody to help you. But if you work to make it really good, the whole world is full of people who would love to make good stuff, but they can't, so they will help other people who do make good stuff make some of the money, and then they take some
If you choose to do what we do as an artist performer, you are not gonna make a living if you are mediocre. You can be a mediocre lawyer, mediocre content, mediocre, I don't know, nurse, and people don't die from you. You know, you can still make a living, but as a comedian, you have to be really good, one of the best to be able to make a good living.
And not just comedy, I think like all sorts of art and performance, and like it is a winner-take-all thing.
Yeah.
The top 2 to 3 people will make more money than the rest of the others. And again, artists don't necessarily work for the money, but the truth is, if you're gonna pay your rent and you have kids and you have all this stuff, you need to be able to do that. And I think it's, you know, it's ironically, I think, a better place to be coming from if you have enough that you know, like, okay, I'm not going to get kicked out of my apartment tomorrow. I can actually work on the work. You know, you need at least something of that in order to be able to make something really good.
I think the industry is unfair. It's definitely unfair. And there are times that somebody who is less talented than you getting better jobs. It happens. But if you are undeniable, you will work.
So how do you define undeniable? What makes you undeniable?
If you go to a show, you are the funniest on the lineup. You are funnier than the person before you, after you. And you are on time, and you are nice to all the staff. And most people come to the show to see you.
And then all of a sudden,
you repeat the same thing.
It's like it's funny how it shifts like that.
Yeah,
it
when
shifts.
that is what you do, you'll be working and getting paid a lot of money. So people don't like me. They really don't, because when I see you, Jesse, you know the Chinese culture. You just like, most people are like, oh, she's so.
I know. I've lived in China, so I'm like, I see the way you act, and I'm like, she's getting it. That's all it is.
Other guys are like, what is she up to? Like, what's wrong with her? I'm like, no, I don't want from you. I don't want anything from your basement. Like, you live in your mom's basement. I don't know. I don't want your broke dick, honey. Like, shut up. So they were like, oh, what she want from me? I'm like, nothing.
Another good
You
t-shirt.
have nothing to offer.
Yeah, I don't want your broke dick. Shut up. That was good. You're coming out with a whole line. It's already good. I bet if you look back at this whole clip, you'd say 5 or 6 of them that you could get onto t-shirts. T-shirts, and also
Dustin designs my art. He's amazing.
In China, we know people in China. We get these shirts made.
Yeah, I find some shirts for us.
Yeah, we can get shirts.
People do it for us. Yeah. So Jesse, what I'm trying to say is like it's like what you did. What you can pull off is impossible. Allow why speaking Chinese. So okay, first of all, you are a foreigner. You can speak your language to communicate with your friends. You are already winning.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, a lot of people, and especially in China, because they're so nice about it, they actually don't require you to be any better. If you can go in and you're like, hey, 你好, 我要点菜. Like, what?
Cute!
They like it. And it's supportive. I don't want to make fun of people. I'm not bashing people. That's very supportive. But there's also, if you come in, hey, 你好, 那个服务员怎么没过来? They don't know what to do with you. There's no place for somebody that speaks Chinese really well. And that was one of the reasons I started becoming a writer. Because I initially thought maybe I'll act in some movies. I like acting. I do improv. I could be of help. And then what I found out was no one was writing roles for foreigners in Chinese because they literally didn't think they could find an actor to say the words.
Oh my God.
They were like, and I've been to like when I was on one of the Chinese versions of SNL, like I was writing scripts and I wasn't getting cast in the shows. I would write the scripts, they would make my script, but then they would replace me in the acting.
With a Chinese guy.
And then later I found out it was because the boss literally thought I was gonna forget my lines.
You're like, I wrote them.
I was like, I wrote that script. I'm not going to
forget about them.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not. Also, like, come see me do stand-up. I'll do an hour special.
I came up with a line when I'm pooping. I won't forget about it, honey.
And meanwhile, they hire like college students, like just out of college, because they're easy to sign for the contracts. And like, they might mess up their lines. They're college students. They're not professionals. I've been doing shows for 9 years. So yeah, it was annoying. It's very hard, and
it's very inspiring. What you can do is that you are not doing something, just doing acting, which is easy. You brought
a lot of actors just went like, but
it's easy.
As a
comedian,
comedians all think acting is easier than comedy.
Oh yeah, there's new art forms, stand up. You know, that's just really, really impressive. And so you just understand what I'm about, because what I'm about to pull off has never been done before. Joe did it. Joe Wang did it. Joe Wang is the only person who did it.
Joe is great, and Joe is on the podcast as well. If you want to hear a really great podcast, Joe's a super nice guy, very, very smart, PhD, also fantastic comedian. And the thing I like about Joe is the same guy in Chinese as he is in English.
I know.
It's
That's why
really hard to
he's
do.
authentic.
It's really hard to do because, like, as a foreigner, it's very easy to do jokes in China where if I want to be like, oh, well, 不懂, you know, whatever, like, I don't know what's going on. But that's not me. Like, I'm always trying to learn. If I don't understand it, like, you know, I think that's funny.
I loved it.
I
caught some of your set at my show at Improv. People were dying. I loved how smart it was. You combined your Chinese, being a foreigner, and also the pronoun, gender, all kind of stuff all together in this one joke. It's quite brilliant.
Thank you.
I was very impressed.
I got to go back and look
I don't
at
say
the
that often. You
Oh,
can
thank
ask
you so
Dustin.
much. I
I'm very
appreciate it.
snotty.
Well,
Right, Dustin? I'm very
yeah,
snotty.
yeah.
I don't.
Plug
If
on top.
I'm not impressed, I won't
I appreciate
stare you
it.
anything.